So today I thought I'd like to show you about how to render and the different types of rendering you can do in drawing. I've got here some boxes that I've created the different examples. So the first one we're going to look at is called Stippling, and I've written it down here. And using a Sharpie you can create lots of little dots which give you a type of texture that's developed by building up those dots. So one corner can have more in it. Obviously that's the shading, the darker part of the object that you might be rendering. So rendering is creating tone in a picture, and there's different ways to do it in drawing. So this is just one way. You can see the corners getting more dense, and that will obviously be where the shade of an object might be. And then coming up to the other box, end of the box, there'll be just lighter, more sparse dots. And this is called stippling. So if you're doing this from home, you should have a copy of this sheet for my students who are doing online learning, and you'll have some boxes with nothing in them. So this video is to show you how to do it at home. And if you would like me to email one of these sheets, just contact me and I can do so for other people. So there's stippling. That was done with the Sharpie, but obviously you can do it in other ways. We could do it with a smaller felt tip art line, and it's much finer. I love using the little dots in my paintings and drawings. Once again, you fill the whole box up. One side can be where the light's hitting it. I always say to students that always have a light source. Pretend there's the sun shining on one side of an object, and the other side is going to have darker, which will be the more dense part of the tone. Another one we have, so that's stippling. And cross-hatching, this is a great one. I've actually done quite a bit here already. So I've created that with my Sharpie. I'm going to fill the box with lots of these cross-hatching. So you're just crossing over the lines. We've got hatching, which is before cross-hatching, which is just one directional lines. And they can go further apart where there is less light hitting it. There's the corner, is where the dark side is, and reaching up, going towards that side that has less. Now flat tone, I'm going to be using a black, a B pencil. Can you see the B? So lead pencils can range from, what have we got here? Got some examples here. We've got H's are the really light, so it goes up to 4H, and then the HB's in the middle, which is the sort of pencils we always have, what you're given at school, is actually in the middle of the range of lead pencils, and it goes one way, it goes down to the H's and to F, and the other way it goes up to B's. So any pencil that has a B on it with a number in front of it, the B will be darker. Anyway, we're going to go dark to light using flat tone. This is the technique. We are colouring in the box one direction. You don't want to have any lines in there. I'm going to make it very, very soft. So one corner is you press very hard with your pencil. Now a lot of students have problems with pressure. We can create tone through more pressure or releasing the pressure of your hand. One of the first things I look at in a class or a student is how they press the pressure of their hand, And sometimes we have to train them to release that pressure, so they're not doing it too dark, because lead pencil is quite a strong medium, especially you want to paint on top of it, over the top of it. Now there is a nice tone, and sometimes I just do this, so there's no smudging it. You don't want to see any lines in there. That's flat tone. Now this one's called Contour, and I was going to do it with, what did I do it with, the Sharpie? No, I didn't do it with the Sharpie, I did it with something else. Where's that other pen? Here it is. This is a Sakura pen, and it's a little bit thicker than the felt tip. So this is Contour, making contours, which are squiggly lines really. So obviously one side will have more denser contour, and the other side will be more sparse. What else we've got? Ticking. Ticking is a way of doing it as well. It's quite an interesting technique. So if you can fill up all your boxes with these different ways of shading and creating tone in an object, we've got stippling. Stippling is this kind of technique. Lots of swirls. One side will be less, one will be more heavier with the tone. Now I wanted to show you also, one of my favourite mediums is just the simple black biro, and you can just use it like a pencil. So I'm pressing quite hard in this corner to make the dark, and then I slowly release the pressure of my hand. What's great about this is it's permanent, so I could then paint over top of this and it wouldn't bleed. The felt tips, if you put water anywhere near a felt tip, it will bleed into your picture, into the lines. So one side's going to be nice and dark, almost black. It will be black because it's a black pen, and then we release it a bit. Oh, now my pen's running out. So there's how to shade, and you can have a go at the other box in whatever you want to do, in whatever medium you like to do. Maybe we could do it in pencil, ticking. Just like a tick, like you're a teacher and you're marking someone's work. Anyway, that's the end of my rendering lesson. Thanks for watching. Bye.